50-50 is kind of a line you can draw on this one. These teams, notably, Mad Lions recently played against Fnatic, where they dropped at 16-14. Flip side, LDLC dropped to Copenhagen Flames 16-13. So some pretty strong teams that they get pretty close on toward this map. So it's going to be interesting.
And teams in good form too, might I add. So straight on to this B bomb site. The Julies of TMB could be tested here as he does step around that pole. Here we go, Sorcel with that perfect flash provides TMB the opening 2 as now he steps through himself. And that is going to be all on Kiel's shoulders. A bridge too far, and that is the pistol round for Mad Lions. That was a fast and furious affair.
I feel like it was a longer knife round than a first pistol round in this game right now. Mad Lions, they were contested straight on towards the site. It was just the immediate rush from LDLC. I got to say, the flashes that come on through as well, there were so many Ts blinded out from Sorcel's flash, then Sorcel finding the frags as well. He whiffs a lot of that clip on towards one of the players, but the last bullet to get the frag and the Warrior steal the one in the end sets up a nice little pistol round for them. They get the purchase into this next, and LDLC, they return in caliber as well.
I love it. TMB takes the aggro, gets the attention, the flash pops, and then he just peaks, capitalizes, picks 2. Sorcel super confident as well. We saw him, he was certainly fantastic for them on the first map, and now we have Mad Lions just contesting with a pistol buy-up from LDLC. Just some utility pouring out early on in the piece. No overcommitment, though, from the CT side. Yes, they have huge money, but TMB has such a forward position. Hopefully he doesn't get isolated here. Yeah,
certainly needs to be careful. Meanwhile, it's going to be Warrior 2K to have his head taken off. The retrieval of the M4 is the mission. It does look like Mad Lions are getting a bit of a better grasp back on the round. TMB, rather, did sneak himself into the cheeky position. He's able to find a couple. Now Maka and Haji to see what they can do. It's a third for TMB. Certainly farming up with this MP9. Some good cash to move forward. But it was a really spread out round from the Ts as well. So the Bombers on the other side of the map. Haji in the A site can't do anything with it.
Yeah, Haji is a long way from home. But he might be able to catch a scalp out. However, I feel as though all routes are blocked right now. So for him, it's going to be a massive ask to at least take this round for LDLC. Individual duels was the name of the game with the pistol buy-up. Nothing really to be on offer for them. TMB, he's super extended as he does find Borup, so might be able to make these last few seconds interesting.
Yeah, I just need to make sure he doesn't die after the timer and this mark. He can take the deagle, take the armor into the next round, see what he can do with it. LDLC, they're going to be on that loss bonus starting to accumulate, so they still can't get a pretty purchase, but if they just take the knee in the next round, they can come into the 4th. All guns are blazing. Maybe even get out the AWP if they want to. Get a nice cheeky little spawn. They can take a good challenge out.
Question is where? Where do they want that duel to take place? Of course, Mad Lions themselves need to be careful. Don't want to take too many losses in these rounds either. The rounds where they're coming up against the anti-ecos, the pistol buys. Now, Hachi's only got $300 because he has bought armor.
No, it's carried over from the previous one, so the save.
Yes, okay. Well, don't mind me. I'm a little bit.
A lot rests on him actually doing something in this round to get up the money, and
that's better.
That's a good start for him. Able to find Sorcel. Maybe able to recover the weapon, but more chip damage from these digs. I mean, if you're getting some damage, hopefully someone can finalize the kill in the end.
Now, Haji's made himself an extra $300. Oh, that grenade. If that was the second earlier, that would have caught at least 2 of them out with some heavy damage. Now, Mad Lions have left the middle of the map open. There is a potential pathway there for LDLC should they want to take it. They may be able to pincer this B bomb side if they get adventurous enough. But for the moment, they're content to be in that holding pattern to wait to see whether or not Mad Lions are going to take any further risks, overextend themselves. But it is just a very patient approach from LDLC.
Yeah, maybe some warning shots from JL into the forward holes at the A site as well. Maybe it was a missed shot and then a reposition, but regardless, that's not where the engagements are going to be happening. Nice timing on the incendiary actually is going to keep the T's at bay for now. It's going to funnel them in toward the caves, and I mean, TMB could get overwhelmed here.
Yeah, and this is on a timer too. They're going to go back to A.
It's open.
This is actually a great call.
No one's heard it. No one's commed it. Finally, Borup's going to start to rotate back on over. Oh, this is where things get interesting.
The spice levels are starting to intensify. They're going to need to try and take the aggro here. They can't let Borup push up and maybe prevent the bomb plan. He's arrived. However, he's been denied. I don't know if he should have kept progressing with that, but this could be interesting.
Oh, no.
Now, is this falling apart, Komodo?
This could be a full eco win for LDLC to get the first round on the board. It's on to TMB and Warrior 2K to see what they can do to just bring something back for Mad Lions. This shouldn't be a round that they end up losing. TMB starting to finally activate into what this one. It's just down to Keo. Someone needs to get on this bomb. Has to be TMB. He is the one with the kit. Keo's with the Famis, though. He only needs to find the one frag. They haven't even tapped the bomb just yet, but eventually they get the frag.
Expensive.
Will come through. Yes. Quite indeed expensive.
Oh, my. Now, that is not fantastic. Yes, they have money to buy into these rounds. However, I don't know. That was a fantastic call from LDLC to just completely go towards his A-bomb site. They showed heavy presence towards Cave, and that was enough for the full rotation to come through for Mad Lions. They simply just hightailed it through Donut, and almost at a free plant on the A-bomb site. Borup was there, but he was not anywhere close enough to deny it. Now they're into the gun round. We're seeing the MAC-10 on Haji. He has copped a grenade to the noggin. Utility is great for Mad Lions. Even better now.
How has the bomb ended up through the smoke? You can just see, you got to be baffled if you see the bomb land right in front of you there for Warrior 2K. They have to push into his territory right now. Zorsal ends up making quick work of Sixer, and this round is just falling to pieces for LDLC. Warrior 2K, a couple of no-scopes in, the bomb to be retrieved, but now Lambert pushes in front of it out of ammunition. And now the round is done and dusted. What a strange round.
Zorsal went into the cave, and I dare say he was unchallenged. So they tried to push through, they tried to put pressure on Quad, and that is unfortunate for LDLC. That bomb, as you said, just rolled through the smoke, almost thrown at the CTs as they arrived.
Well, I'll put a little bit of a reset on toward that one. Mad Lions, it's a decent start for them on this map, that is for sure. LDLC, though, at least permitted another purchase to come on through. It's a little bit scarce in the utility department. They haven't been able to get out in towards mid, but change of pace over towards the A site at the moment. You can see through these flames at the moment, so JL will have to be careful. We'll have to call on some comrades here.
He's going to get the off angle too. He finds nicely a lineup, as well as JL and Borup combining, and they are all arriving on his A-bomb site in time. So this is situation critical for LDLC.
Another rush denied. That is for certain. Borup to find Sixer, and now it's on to Haji. Can he find anything in the round? The answer is no. JL even does it with his sidearms. So this is just some domination starting to come through from Mad Lions. They have brushed their mains, gotten themselves pretty, and they are here to dance the party.
They certainly are. And here we go. I guess you could just say it was some raw aim from Mad Lions.
Yeah, you probably could say that. That is for certain. And it's back to the pistols for LDLC, so certainly
full of pride
with their troubles.
Macca going to try and beat the util. The MAC-10 has another layer of utility to deal with, and that is a nice insurance policy as LDLC tried to go aggressive, but are denied as they... I guess you try and beat out utility like that.
Yeah.
Again, you're almost instantaneously baited into trying to beat out the second set of utility. So at that point, you're committed.
Yeah, well, 3 versus 5. I've seen more done with less, so I don't want to count LDLC out just yet. They do have another gun round around the corner, however. Will they choose a... I'll take to choose pause behind it. You know, you want to make sure you're completely rested and ready going in toward a very crucial gun round, because, you know, if we don't see one soon gathered by LDLC, then the map can just completely escape them.
I like Waro 2K because I feel like he's one of those players he's in the game. Like, he's looking around the corner in real life, around that corner on his monitor. His head positioning is if he is actually peeking around the corner.
What was it? I think I heard Mac talking about. It can't be Xantaris. It's not close enough to his monitor here.
That was me.
That was you, was it? Oh, there you go. There you go.
Unless the camera is in a really far away position.
Look, it could be. You know, different focal length and everything.
Potentially. I mean, otherwise you'd probably only see his hairline.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you got some advice not to sit so close to the monitor. However, the situation that needs to be monitored right now is LDLC on this T side. No AWPs coming through. I'm expecting a more mobile approach. Utility is exchanged towards B lane here. You can see how aggressive Wara is getting with that AWP as well. Now, they need to be careful because Mad Lions are doing exactly what LDLC did to them in getting up in the face of the T side and just disrupting anything that they are trying to put together.
Yeah, Mad Lions are certainly just getting right up in towards LDLC's grill, cooking a good amount of food on that Barbie, and now it's a beauty, isn't it? Maka in a 1 versus 4 to see if you can bring anything back, but it's a bit of the burnt snags right now, unfortunately, for LDLC. And Jim, I don't think anyone likes a burnt snag.
No, he's about to get a grilling too, I think, Maka. And I think it's safe to say that there is a lot on his plate right now.
A little bit spoiled, unfortunately. Just a single smoke, but a creep up in toward the site. It's going to be the potential walkout from TMB. It was seen, it was sniffed out by Maka, but he can't finalize the frag. And now Sourcel will close it out as well. The 7th for Mad Lions.
That is a round that LDLC never really were in. They were completely shut out of that. So I think it's safe to say Mad Lions are at a point now in this half where they've got that great CT side economy. They are looking relatively unchallenged. It is an LDLC team that has taken a tactical timeout now. They haven't got the bomb plant in any of these rounds. A bye together.
Yeah. And I guess we're getting toward the period now that we saw in the last map, you know, at that 8-2, where it went towards Mad Lions way, and they start to come back. So it's not like we haven't seen a little bit of the comeback. And you got to remember yesterday's 14-4 overtime endeavor from endpoints. And
what we need right now is Pilsky to say something in the green room.
Just jinx it back.
Yeah. That's pretty much what LDLC are pinning their hopes on, is one of the casters cursing it from afar. But in reality, what we're not seeing from LDLC is any real progression into areas of the map. Like, they're being shut out of mid.
Yeah.
The fact that they're not able to use that as a channel, even to rotate between the 2 bomb sites.
I think coming into Ancient as well was certainly not the map that LDLC wanted in this veto pool. It certainly does steer away from them. You know, it would have been better placed on Inferno, but the fact that that was kind of left in with Ancient, you know, Mad Lions is going to shift it over toward this map here. But we get in towards the A site now. It works out for LDLC. 2 opening picks. Bomb plant starts to go down as you curse it.
Now, JL was in the same position. They were once bitten, twice shy. They haven't got the bomb plant away without any losses. So they have got the bomb plant away without any losses, should I say, as now it's all on Sourcel and Waro to try and bring this back. They're going to go for it too. The money's good.
And a flank possible to come through from Kios, but it's the 8Ks taken out in the end. And finally, LDLC do manage to get their first round on the board. They'll be able to reinvest, but I mean, we're going to say the exact same thing for Mad Lions. They built up enough cash to go at it again.
So, is it doable now for LDLC? Are they going to do the reverse of what they had done to them on Mirage? That was a round that was much better. They were certainly ready for positions of the CTs on that A-bomb site. But now they have Maka on that AWP, so I suspect something slower is in the works.
Yeah, and a double AWP set up for Mad Lions as well, so it's going to potentially change how they're going to attack this around the long lines of sites to be held. It's JL to contest around Donut Tomb, depending on where you are in the world, because, you know, we've got a lot of different involvements in this tournament as well. And it's a 1-on-1 trade to start us off, but extra damage on a source.
It's funny, actually. I said, oh, okay, JL. What happened there, son?
I think he's found it in mid, yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, I like that, or I suspected they were going to do something slower with that AWP. However, it was Maka that was charging up B alley straight into Cheetah.
Oh no! Maka whiffs the shot on towards Roro, looking the complete wrong way. And the jig might be a little bit up for LDLC around this B side. It's a minute to play with. They do manage to execute Sourcel. Kind of is spinning Roro around on a pedestal right now as well.
Don't want to get lost in the Sourcel though. And Waro, he suspects something's on. However, that has allowed Haji to creep up And I mean, Borup's doing some creeping of his own. Will deny the bomb plant. Trade is missed. Mac has missed it. However, Kioz is also blindsided. And JL arrives in the nick of time.
That's some great crossfires to come through from them in the end. They do lose Warrior on the site, looking the wrong way. But you've got the reliance upon your teammate as well. Just peeks out where he needs to. A missed AWP shot to come through from Maka. And then you've got those trades in the end as well. You talk about the slow-paced nature that we're expecting in that round. It's slow. It starts to heat up a little bit. But at that point in time, the utility's all faded. And you can't really navigate around.
Yeah, it feels as though each of these rounds just has a moment, a catalyst, and it just causes this chain reaction and the events just unfold. However, the build-up is very slow. So and I think that's just due to the nature of LDLC's approach here. As, well, Borup, I mean, he was given a free shot there onto Maka after Maka just unfortunately wasn't able to make that trade. So we now have LDLC back on the weapons here that's a faster, more mobile. Maka's still got the option of going for that AWP too, though. However, hasn't had a lot of success so far.
And one of the things I'm coming to notice in this map and in Mirage for Mad Lions that was kind of absent in Nuke was the rubber banding effect. When players start to shift, it pulls the teammates across from the other sides of the map as well. They're immediately ready, like they were in Mirage, like they were in that round specifically, to get those trades nice and ready. It's really been good to just witness.
They're just copping so much damage early on. At least in the exchanges of utility. TMB is just poking and prodding every wall. It's like he's looking for white ants.
Yeah, I noticed that was a cheeky boost to come out from Maka and from Sixer. You managed to take out Warrior 2K over in mid, trying to get aggressive with the AWP, but now it's Lambert. He's put his running shoes on straight in towards this site of B. Now, does he choose to do anything with this? He could tuck himself in the corner and hide a little bit. Yeah,
now he hasn't been spotted by Borup. However, Borup's actually taken a more defensive lane anyway. So Flash comes in, and that is well dealt with by Mad Lions. So despite the fact that they are getting behind enemy lines, they're not being able to be effective. And look how far away Hadji is. Yeah. This might be a factor, but timing's going to be the essence.
The bomb's on the other side of the map, though. Sixer has to get that while Hadji's over at, well, where the CT's by guns at the moment. We've seen this in Nuke when they were so far away from each other. We've seen it in Mirage when they were so far away from each other. It just feels like LDLC are always finding themselves in these kind of junction points that it's just very difficult to play with. A lot rests on the shoulders of Hadji right now, just to make sure that if anyone rotates away, to execute them. Now,
this is actually a great call because they've allowed Hadji to go in a forward position. He's got great position now in CT. He can cut off all rotation. Whoop, ready for it. And there we go. I think Sixer may have trouble getting the bomb plant. That Molotov actually is going to buy him enough time to do so. It's something they haven't been able to do quite some time. And they're not even going to be able to do it there. It was the late lurk from TMB. Another fantastic round for Mad Lions. And I feel as though LDLC, unfortunately, are running out a bit of steam here.
Yeah, the fact that they take so long to get that bomb over toward the A site, Mad Lions knowing that they've got no coverage over there, they have to be in the mindset that someone could have already pushed through it. It is great positioning. It is great map knowledge as well. The clearance of those angles just to make sure that you're not giving an opportunity over towards LDLC at the end. They find that frag, denial the bomb plant even going down in the end yet again. So that extra little bit of cash, a timeout now called for LDLC. See what they can do. But as you say, running out of steam here, that is for sure.
Running out of rounds is probably the best way to put it too, because, I mean, not surprising to see a strong CT side from Mad Lions on a map like Ancient, so they're certainly here delivering on what has been a better map for them. I think when that veto came out, it's safe to say that the veto looked very good for Mad Lions, but I guess the prospects for them right now aren't looking super promising. They're going to put some pressure here on mid. The first time I guess I've seen them do it. However, Borup is there with waiting arms and now transitions back into Cubby. However, Maka...
He slipped the net at the moment. He's going to start to creep on through. Lambert's found TMB, and this is where things get a little bit topsy-turvy right now. A lot on Maka's shoulders. He could come away with a frag or two. He's actually going to start to wrap all the way around. Does he choose to go through mid? It's going to be the opportune choice on towards Sorcel. Can't even see a cheeky knife attempt if he wanted to. Oh, he's hungry for more than one here.
Going for that info play. Wants to see if he could find a second. And wow. There we go. Played to perfection. And now that opens things right up for LDLC. However, can they win the round? They're going to go into JL's AWP.
Yeah, they have to be let in. He has to invite them in at this point in time, make sure he's got the line of sight. He's done well to make sure he doesn't choose to shoot too early. A brilliant flick on towards Mac. A second one on Hadji. This is a miraculous work to come out from the man right now. A third is lined up on the platter. It's golden for him. It's just down to Lambert, who's locking it down on toward the line, and Waro has gotten around the corner for another noscope. You should not be losing the round in a 4 versus 2 where Maka does so much. It falls apart.
And that might be case in point for LDLC. Nothing is going their way. JL here, he has got some very trim wrists right now. Nimble and quick. Waro 2K. I mean, I feel as though both Lambert and Waro 2K were surprised to run into each other.
Yeah.
But the fact remains they couldn't win that 4 versus 2.
That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. One by one, they all fall in line towards JL. That is how you want an AWPer to play around the map, essentially, there. Some aggression now from Mad Lions as Borup lines up to the back of a couple of courteous flashes. And, well, Maka's getting forced back already. You do not pass go, you do not collect $200.
No, they've been absolutely denied, and I believe the community chest has been raided as well, so you don't play like that against the bank, and the Mad Lions have certainly collapsed on that B lane. They had 4 converging in on the back of that utility. LDLC never stood a chance.
Yeah, they need to draw a chance card right now and hope that it does work in toward their favor. Potential line of sight to get in towards B. You can see Waro 2K is getting a little bit ambitious again, wanting to peek out with this AWP, and he's going to find the line of sight. He does start to fall on back as well. Sourcel finding some info in Cheetah, so the cave control will potentially be relieved.
I was going to say, you're going to continue maybe the Monopoly references. However, I think you may fare a little bit better if you stray away from it. Two versus 2 over at this B-bomb side. 28 seconds remain.
It's got to be a save call.
That's tough to make when you're 10-1 down.
Yeah, well, they got to give themselves, I guess, a little bit of a fighting chance moving forward from here. An AWP, an AK, working with scraps potentially for the remainder of the squad as well. Certainly does not bode well. The Hunter's on as well, so for Mad Lions, trying to see if they can remove a couple of these guns. Reattempt on the line. It's a nice shot.
They're going to hold on to it. So LDLC, they are struggling to find their second round. This has been all one-way traffic for Mad Lions. This is exactly the kind of third map performance they would be wanting from themselves too. So the reverse sweep was on, I guess, with Mad Lions losing that first map in Nuke. And as you gesture, all aboard the Mad Lions hype train.
Yeah, well, we were all leaning towards them. There was only one of us that thought it would be in a 2-1 fashion. So we're going to give that one over towards Mac. There's a trade out. Mac up finding TMB, and then from beyond the grave, the trade in that respect. A beautiful one-tap to come through from Hadji. The second bullet, a ghost shot, but it's going to be Borup to try and see if he can get a couple of bullets out for the trade. That's going to happen nicely, and now it's on to Lambert with the bomb on his back at least, but 1 versus 3.
Yeah. He's playing his role. However, as we said, there's no space for him to work with. He's now just in a position where it looks like he's just last alive and he's not really having the same effect. He doesn't have, I guess, the power of position that he would normally have if the rest of LDLC are taking those duels on B. Hadji's doing a fantastic job. He opened up on that A-bomb site. There was a moment there where maybe Lambert could have got himself in a better position. However, Borup just shuts that down entirely. So the fact remains that Mad Lions are very aware now of the roles that each of them play. So they're almost now looking for Lambert. That's a great little running boost over the top of Cubby.
Oh, good work out too.
Oh, timing.
There's the view though from the player on the top. Hadji find the frag on to Waro. So the investment there does work out. And speaking of investments, they have certainly gone with everything in towards this round. JL going to shut Hadji down. That's a rifle that Lambert probably wants to get retrieved because otherwise he's just essentially playing with a Zeus here behind that P250.
Yeah, I do like the initiative from JL though. Normally he's more passive on that A-bomb site, takes initiative and pushes through.
You know, you can see that in the caves right now, there's 2 players from LDLC. The bomb has to make a bit of a marathon journey over toward here. However, they have to get past Sorcel. Does this shift into a retake from Mad Lions? Starting to creep on through, see if they can potentially hold down and recover B before things happen. Sorcel finds one, Borup as well, but the trade's starting to come through and it's all on JL.
Unfortunately, that cave play for Mad Lions has gone spelunk. And now JL. Oh, okay. This gets interesting.
Yeah, how do you play it out from here? A little lobbed grenade off the skybox. It tickles Lambert as he does fall back in toward the caves. He himself could potentially go for a bit of the ring around the rosy. The HE grenade is picked up. He's got a full kit of utility behind himself now. JL starting to switch him on out. That bomb is planted, I believe, not in the wallbangable position, but the smoke goes down. A molly in front of it could be contemplated. A tap on the bomb. He's got 20 HP. He's just going to choose to stick it. There's the spray. Oh, don't tell me this is how it ends.
Oh, no.
You hate to see it. Or you like to see it.
You hate to see it. I mean, he had a buffet of utility available to him. And he's loaded up his plate and just stuck the defuse.
When you think LDLC have done what they were required to do to get around, yeah, it falls apart.
Absolutely falling apart for them. 1 round is all they have to their name so far in this 3rd map. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think that's going to be enough for this match. Maybe their CT side has some something up their sleeve.
It needs to be dominating, that is for certain. And for the 15th round, the last one in this half, losing the first pick certainly does not go well either. They do get a little bit of mid control, but I can't help but wonder, you know, it's just been given by Mad Lions. They're happy to at this point in time.
Yeah, they don't even have the territory. They have to rotate all the way back through spawn towards B. They can't do that through mid. They're losing the contest there. So Maka may be able to create some space here. However, that means, that smoke means they just have to wait things out.
Yeah, and there's no real utility for, I guess, either teams to play with at the moment as well. So it's going to start to move in toward a rifle gallery a little bit later on. Some rotates starting to happen for Mad Lions as you've got to push through for Borup. So everything's starting to lean over towards this B site.
Just going to wait out that first round of utility. Might only be all they've got here is Haji has only got an HE to his name. They're just going to turtle up. The crossfires are set. The trap has been laid here, and Mad Lions have totally dominated this first half. It is 14-1 the score. That is not boding well for this 3rd and final map. To find out what's next, wait until after the break. what you may be about to witness is one of the greatest comebacks of all time as we look for LDLC to make it 15-0 to take this match. I mean, that is a big ask though, isn't it, Komodo?
It is a big statement to make as well, but I do believe, you did predict the Mad Lions victory earlier, but for LDLC, I mean, the weight that we've seen them bring in toward this series so far today, we saw a lot of substance on Nuke, on Mirage, and it just feels like it's really lacking here on Ancient.
Yep. Well, it's all on the back of this pistol too. So they've got the crossfire going. There's 3 members of LDLC here arriving as Sixer bides his time to try and make this USP sing. He finds 3. That's good, but it's not great. Now it's great. And now we have a game on our hands. As I said, this could be one of the greatest comebacks of all time. And it starts with a pistol like that. Sixer doing work. They played that to perfection. He waited and waited and got 3 and eventually 4. So LDLC have now got themselves into a much better position. They got more rounds here to play with as time ticks by. But I mean, this is a tough ask, right? This is a super tough ask.
It's definitely crawling up that mountain at the moment, potentially without the right climbing gear as well. It's doable, yes, but it's going to take you a very long time. You need patience, you need warmth, you need team play in here. But it is the force up from Mad Lions, an instant little shutdown over toward Cheetah onto JL, but Saucer to get the trade out at least does provide a little bit of an opportunity. Meanwhile, Lambert pushing through, looking the wrong way, is going to get shut down. Yeah,
not often you catch Lambert off like that, right? Like
he's the one.
He's normally the one catching you off, but this has put LDLC on the back foot. So these are the rounds you have to be so clean and clinical if you're going to fashion a comeback on a map like this. You can't lose rounds to a team that is force-bought in. You just don't have the wiggle room.
Yeah, well, look at this crunch starting to come out from LDLC. They've found the gap to rotate through mid over toward the caves. Maka lines them both up, and now it's going to be player advantage for LDLC. The smoke to start to fade away as Waro2K does start to push through. Scene taken out, and Borat will fall as well. Another need round for LDLC. And that is essentially just going to be the pathway, the trajectory every single time. The rounds are always going to be needed by LDLC.
Yeah, and on the back of no plant and the force buy in the last, they are just going to see what they can fashion here with some minimal investment. Yes, there's some, I think there's what, 1, 2 deagles, that's it. That's all that's been spent. Oh, 3 actually.
Now 4.
Now 4, okay, okay.
They're just layering it, you know.
Yeah, we'll stagger this deagle buy. But more importantly, they don't have any utility to work with, so it is just going to be a case of them trying to catch our LDLC comeback off guard. Oh, that's a great grenade through those doors. It just pushes the double stack back. But look how advanced the positioning is here from LDLC.
Yeah, the boost does come back up as Waro2K completely obliterates Hadji's face. You don't want to see what mural that's going to create, unfortunately. But at least Kairos is still here. See if he can get the trade as the smoke does start to fade away. A lot of grouped up Mad Lions players together at the moment, but you've still got this lean for LDLC over towards the B side.
It's just a massive exchange of utility through these doors. Everybody is lining up. There's a queue. You would almost suspect that they are just waiting for... I mean, this is where you just want that one pop flash to come through. TMB has it.
Oh, he's lining it up right now. Kios, is he going to be able to hear it? They walk out dry, and the flash didn't come out. I wonder if that was a bit of miscommunication. The molly starts to go down as well, and they all do start to fall in the hands of Lambert, of Maka. Now TMB can't quite get anything done either. So it's the 4th on the board for LDLC, and a purchase here now for Mad Lions.
So already it's been a better half for them than the first. However, I mean, what they are doing, though, is Mad Lions are actually taking some guns out of the CT economy. It's not fantastic, but look, I mean, you look at Hadji, he's gone right down to 0 with that buy. You got Kios there, that's not doing fantastic either. That is something that may play out over the next few rounds, so I guess they're just building towards that future, but this is the round where Mad Lions are going to pose the biggest threat.
Oh, and LDLC, they're charging straight down the B ramp again to see if they can get an early little bit of picks happening. Definitely favorable for the CT side aggression across this series that we have witnessed. 6 in mid will start on the party by finding one. A couple more trades to start to come through as well, but LDLC still holding the advantage.
Okay, this is starting to look good for LDLC. I thought in the initial stages there, Haji might have overcommitted down that B ramp and got caught out. However, it's actually the push from Sixer in mid, the trades that came through from that. They're doubling up now. You can see Kioz is just there, backing up Haji. This is better from LDLC. It's left TMB in a position where there's nothing really on offer for him. They've just turtled up into these bomb sites, and they've got every avenue now covered towards a bomb site. So I think it's safe to say that TMB is just going to be wrapped up and just had a nice little bow placed on top. Nothing for him on offer. And another round here where they actually, because they've denied bomb plant entirely, Mad Lions can't do too much. They can't buy in. They're going to have to look for a bomb plant here.
Yeah, well, it's just going to be the pistols from them coming into it. They've still got rounds to play. You just don't want to see them in a position where, you know, LDLC starts to get 10, 11. They really have found their groove by that point. And then, you know, it's Mad Lions just got to make sure they don't fall into the trap of being, it's just one round. It's just one round from here. We just got to get that one.
Yeah. Usually how these things go is they lose to a force buy, but, I mean, Maka, you cannot give away that AWP for free. So he chooses wisely. As that flash will come into the A bomb, or the B bomb site. Here we go. Those Tech 9s are going to be difficult to deal with. However, Haji is just trying to line him up and knock him down. And they're doing a good job so far, LDLC. They've denied the bomb plant, and it's all on Waro to try and do some damage to that economy, but it just keeps on building. LDLC have given themselves the best possible start.
Getting a smidgen of the 14-4 vibes that we were seeing on Mirage.
It's just bumped the Richter scale a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's not so far as the pendulum completely swinging at the moment in these rounds. You know, they still are kind of locked at the moment at the top over towards LDLC, but still got, you know, that looming fate for Mad Lions now. They've got the purchase. Yeah. So mid aggression again from LDLC. Just make sure they want to take a little bit of charge there in toward the caves yet again. They've been quite destructive here in these rounds with these rifles, so make sure they're just gaining that control again and really just stopping some real crucial approaches from Mad Lions early on.
Some very heavy precedents being set towards taking control of this B lane. That is where both teams are putting a lot of emphasis on early utility. But, I mean, look at the advanced positioning from the CTs. They're contesting from Cheetah. And, I mean, both teams are taking turns at trying to catch each other out through this spam. However, are they going to act on the back of this Molotov and Flash? It is going to maybe separate this crossfire. However, Kioz is good for 2. Hachi chimes in for the 3rd. And that is a shutdown here for Mad Lions. They have experienced the LDLC that we saw on Nuke.
Yeah, no flushing out with the utility, unfortunately, as well. The Molotov straight on through, gets immediately smoked out, and then a couple of nice shots lined through from Kioz, who's been taken quite low, and from Haji as well. We do note that EC Bruges have been knocked out by the Sharks, taking a 2-0 victory there in the series as well. Map 1 went to the OT, and Map 2 was a very clean one, if I am remembering my numbers correctly.
Okay, we'll try and keep as attuned to those storylines about the lower bracket as we can here at the A stream. But Sourcel, he may look for more. Unfortunately, nothing on offer. CT economy still nice and healthy, and even Maka, who he took out, has got a plethora of options with what he does with his money. This was a nice little crossfire here from Kioz and Haji. They have been quite quiet in the first half, it's safe to say, but they were some of the key players for LDLC. I guess them performing, I would term that as a win condition for LDLC.
And back toward the pistols again for Mad Lions. Some mid-aggression straight in toward the donut, the tomb, and they meet their graves, unfortunately. Sourcel Warrior 2K trying to navigate through the A tunnels to see if they can get anywhere as well, but an immediate shutdown is very similar to what we saw on the flip side when LDLC were going for those assorted rushes. Mad Lions were absolutely putting a stop to it. My word, Warro.
Okay. good for the 2K, maybe the third. Now he's locking to just lock out LDLC. This could be the turning point in this game where the pendulum swings back in favor of Mad Lions.
Yeah, shots coming out from Waro 2K. It was a little bit absent before, but cold turkey on that front now, firing up a storm. Cheeky little smoke to go out will block the visions of Waro, but an incendiary deep does not get extinguished by the smoke either, so the time is ticking away. That bomb already under half a HE grenade.
Oh, no.
The flames have even got Lambert,
no.
and now it's onto Keo's. Oh, okay, he's above the bomb, getting the defuse, but Saucil gets it. It's the 15th for Mad Lions in a round that you didn't think may be possible.
Okay, Waro has just pulled that round quite literally out of nowhere, and that puts Mad Lions on series point. After I thought for just a moment, Mad Lions have just come through. They've been dunked at Donut, and Waro has somehow snaked his way up a long. And it's essentially break and enter at that point.
Now it is just one more here for Mad Lions. Still, again, don't fall into the trap, but it is just one more. Play it very, very carefully. Very attentive as well. LDLC found a little bit of what was working on the CT side. The cave control, again, something that they are going for. They'll start to fall back from that as the teammates do walk and waltz through mid. It's a very cheeky boost to come through from AG, but it's right in from JL. Oh my god, he's got both of them. This might be the end of the game here, Jim. It's just going to be down to 6er in a 1 versus 5 with the AWP. Manages to find Saucil going over towards mid. A dink straight on towards Waro, but JL around the corner already there for the knife to end it in a little bit of a style. 16-7 is the final scoreline for Mad Lions as they take the victory here. And we'll throw it down to the break. And around the corner, the analyst desk will